On May 1st, I started a comparison test of putting 5,000 cards on TCGPlayer, 5,000 bulk cards on eBay, and running basically a 3-month long-term test to figure out which platform performs better with just straight up bulk cards. And today we're taking a look at the full week 2 results. So this is going to be the week of May 10th through the end of May 16th. So that's going to be the second full week of May. And we're going to just jump into it and take a look at, let's go ahead and start with TCGPlayer. And we had, let me filter down to week 2 here. And you can kind of see we only had like 4 orders for the week. Or it looks like maybe 5 orders. So our first order was a Lily's Determination, and then 4 Grookies from Twilight Masquerade. And you can kind of see the end profit there for those individual cards. And then we had another order that consisted of 4 Spike Energies, 2 Pokegear 3.0s, and 2 Chorus's Tenacity. This was interesting because these are some Shrouded Fable energies, or Shrouded Fable trainers, rather. And then Pokegear is a Scarlet and Violet base trainer. And then obviously Spike Energy from Journey Together. So this was rather interesting. We had somebody come in and order these. We also had a Mewtwo from Stellar Crown. So we went ahead and was able to sell that one as well. So that was a profit of 40 cents on that card. And we were fortunate enough that within the bulk that we got, there was a mana from Unified Minds, which was basically a market price of about $1.89. So we profited $1.44 off that card, which was nice. And then as the week was wrapping up, we got a final order of 3 Cubfoos in from Chilling Rain. And so we went ahead and packaged that one up. That came in Saturday night, so as I mentioned, as we were getting close to wrapping up the week, kind of got that final order in. So not a lot on the TCGPlayer front. If we take a look at the net before the cost basis, which basically is what I'm calculating to determine break even, it was only $4.24 for the week. So not a lot there, but let's hop on over and see how eBay did. Now, I did a couple things different on eBay this week, and you can kind of see that we had some orders here. And so let's take a look and see what we did. And what you're going to notice as we get down here, you're going to notice there's going to be a shipping charge in here, and I'm going to talk about that. So we started the week off, we sold an Eevee from Evolving Skies for $1.80 with free shipping, and our end profit after cost basis was 11 cents on that one. And then a Love Ball from Twilight Masquerade. Again, $1.80 free shipping. Profited 10 cents. Snorlax from Twilight Masquerade. $1.80 of free shipping. 10-cent profit on that one. A Meowth from Roaring Skies. $1.80 free shipping. And we profited 10 cents on that one. Then what I did is I said, all right, we're kind of seeing we're getting a little profit on these. A lot of cards weren't moving. And so I decided, let's change up our shipping profile on all of our cards. Basically the shipping policy. I switched everything to $1 shipping. And I took all of the cards down to 99 cents. If it was $1.80 to $1.99. If it was between $1.99 and like $2.50, I took it to $1.99. And so this is kind of what you're going to see here. So we ended up selling. So we had a Totodile from Diamond and Pearl Trainer Kit was included in that bulk. Now I listed this as lightly played because there was some white laying around the edges on this one. We sold it for 99 cents, but we tacked on that $1 shipping on that card. If you take a look, what that ends up with is we end up getting, so if you looked at these were $1.80, which is kind of what I was having to price it at in order for them to move. They weren't moving at $1.99, so I brought them down. We were only profiting 11 cents on those. When we switched that to be 99 cents and $1 shipping, we started netting 49 cents instead of 15 cents and a profit of 45 cents. Again, single card order. And, you know, you may say that, well, this one's because it's a specialty card. It was from my trainer kit, wasn't a mass-produced card. So let's go ahead and move on down the list. Next up, we had a Dunsparce from Journey Together. These have been pumping kind of lately. I had this at $2.25 with free shipping. So this went ahead and sold. And what you're going to see is this sold and we profited 44 cents off of this. Unfortunately, this had a marketing fee. So what that means is this card that we sold at 99 cents with $1 shipping, we profited the same amount as a card that we sold $2.25 with free shipping, mainly because of that marketing fee in there, plus an elevated fee here. Next up, and this is going to kind of show you the power of that shipping charge, Carnvine from A Stellar Crown, 99 cents, $1 shipping, and we still profited 34 cents off of that card. So if you notice, you're going to see we're basically profiting 3 to 4x what we were profiting when we were doing the free shipping at $1.80. Next up, somebody came in and they ordered 2 Pikachus and a Mimikyu. So I did have a buy 2 get 1 free deal. However, the shipping is charged on each card. So if they buy multiple quantities of the same card, they only have to pay the shipping charge once. But if they buy different cards, they have to pay the shipping charge for each card. So what you're going to see in here is, while yes, they got buy 2 get 1 free, they essentially got 3 cards for $1.98. That 99 cents times 3. We ended up with, or 99 cents times 2 rather, because of the buy 2 get 1 free. But they paid $3 shipping on that order, but that only actually cost us 74 cents to ship. So what we ended up with this one, which was super nice, we ended up with almost $1 profit on each card after our cost basis. If we look at before our cost basis, which is mainly what I'm tracking because I'm trying to determine if we can break even or not on this, on the 5,000 card bulk buy, it was over $1 profit on each of these cards from the same order. So again, power of the combo of a multi-card order plus charging for shipping. Next up, we also got an order come in, and you're going to notice here, like this flurry of orders with shipping. Prior to this, I wasn't getting orders on these cards, and then all of a sudden I started getting orders on these cards when I switched up that policy. This one, in a Pikachu, that we had, so what you're going to see is that Pikachu from Paldean Fates sold for $2, $1 shipping, so we actually profited $2.12 on that card. Same thing on this Meowth. And this is because we spread this across. So basically, these didn't actually sell for $2. This Mew promo sold for, I believe this Mew promo was like $4.99, I want to say. So the total order was $5.99. They did do the buy 2 get 1 free. So they basically paid for the Mew promo. Again, this was a lightly played one. And then they also paid for like a Pikachu, and they got the Meowth for free. So these were listed on my eBay store, I think at 99 cents. But because I'm distributing the order total evenly across all the cards, that's kind of why you're seeing it laid out this way. But the end result for this is, because of that Mew being included in there, which this was included in the bulk, so that is why it's being tracked this way. We ended up profiting $6.36 off of this order after the cost basis. So again, with this one, they had to pay shipping 3 times because 3 different cards. So that works out for me, obviously. We end up with a lot more. You can see we can see basically before our cost basis, almost $6.50 on those 3 cards. Next up, there was a order for Psyduck from Astral Radiance. Again, 99 cents, $1 shipping, profited 36 cents off of that one. That did have a marketing fee on it. Halucha from Roaring Skies, we profited 44 cents. Once again, 99 cents and $1. And you're going to kind of see that as the pattern here. Lechonk from SV Base, 99 cents and $1. Eevee from Evolving Skies, 99 cents and $1. So if we compare, the first order of the week was an Eevee from Evolving Skies. It was $1.80, and we netted 11 cents. Right? It did have a marketing fee. But when we dropped that, when we took that card down to 99 cents, added $1, which technically means we were charging more for it, including shipping. But we netted 33 cents. So we basically are netting that 20-cent difference, obviously there. But this is allowing us, this is doing a couple things. Throughout the week, about halfway through the week, I decided to change my marketing campaign. And so what that means is my ad rate, I changed to a 5%. So early on the week, it was like a 9%. So we basically paid a 9% marketing fee up here, but on this one, we paid a 5% marketing fee. We got a combination of a couple things going on here, but I've basically, when I made this switch to switch everything to 99 cents, I also changed that marketing fee from 9% down to 5%. So we're going to be seeing minimal of marketing fees, and you can kind of see in here, these sold without any ads. These were just standard listings, so those worked out well for me. You can see 44 cents, 6 cents. If we take a total look at the total profit for eBay this week, $12.59 across those orders. Now, let's go ahead and remove the filters and take a look at some aggregate numbers and kind of show you the total progress that we're making so far. If we take a look here, these are, and again, this week I did have some additional sales in here of about $26. Not covering those in this video. I am tracking those, but because they are not part of the 5,000 bulk card list, I am not tracking those from a break-even standpoint. But those are helping us cover kind of the eBay subscription costs, and we'll kind of talk about that. So for eBay, you can kind of see we sold 17 cards. Total revenue on those, $23.36, but the net was only $13.22. Profit after cost basis was $12.59. I'm tracking the net prior to cost basis, so just keep that in mind. When we talk about these numbers, we're looking at numbers to get to break-even point. We're not necessarily looking for straight profit. TCGPlayer, you can see we sold 20 cards, but the revenue on those was only $5.72. Our net was only $4.24. Profit was only $3.50. So what that looks like from a projection standpoint, if we take a look here, so our break-even point is $406.51 for all 10,000 cards. That's what we're trying to get to. Our current value that we've recovered is $241. So far, we've spent $27.95 on that eBay store subscription. Again, I understand you can get this cheaper if you pay a year in advance, but for us, we're just doing a test, and we're testing it month to month instead of committing the whole thing up front, because we're trying to see if it's worth it or not. So our total profit, or how much we're in the hole, is still negative $193. So this is what we're trying to make back. You can see our GP is currently sitting at negative 47%. So we've made back 53% so far. And if we look at our average profitability per day, so if we take this up through the 16th, which was the last day that we were tracking, we were averaging $3.34 net per order, or per day rather. And that puts our 3-month projection at $280.67 plus our simulated buy we did of $187.72. That means if we can sustain $3.34 average per day, then our 3-month projection, which we're doing a 3-month test here, is that we should come out ahead by $61.88. Obviously, this is subject to buyers. We can't really control this. It's more so what is the demand on those cards. And the more time goes on, the less and less cards we will probably sell. but we'll see how that lays out. You can see that to date, so these are since May 1st, since we began the test, TCGPlayer, we've made $16.28. eBay, you've made $37.18. However, we spent that $27.95 on the subscription, so we've actually only netted $9.23. This means that TCGPlayer is currently outperforming eBay by 43.3%. So basically, eBay's lagging behind by 43.3%. Now, we've already covered the monthly subscription cost 2 weeks into the month. So for the next 2 weeks of the month, everything that comes from eBay sales will be pure profit for the most part. So since we've already covered our expenses, we will see how this lays out. I'll be really interested as we get deeper and deeper into the month. Again, we still have 2 weeks left in this month, so we'll see how those sales go. You can kind of see last week, if we look at eBay, we did $10.47. This week we did $13.22. I think making the shift over to charging the $1 shipping has been a good play, and I'm going to stick with that. So we're going to do we're sticking with the 99 cents a card, and we're doing $1 shipping. We're still doing the buy two, get one free. We're going to keep the ad rate 5%, and we're going to ride with that, and we're going to see how well this performs. Unfortunately, TCGPlayer seems to be dwindling. So we started off at 757, and then we dropped to 447, then we dropped to 424 this week. So the majority of the cards have probably already sold. Unfortunately, the more sought after cards that we had. So now at this point, it's kind of waiting this out. What will be interesting is towards the end of this month, TCGPlayer is running their Mayhem promotion, which will cause a big spike in sales because people will be getting store credit back on their purchases. And then 1 week later, which will be into June, everybody will be getting that store credit and most likely spending it on more cards. So we might see some spikes on TCGPlayer over a 2 week span, basically the last week in May and possibly the first or second week in June. So that'll be something that we keep an eye out on as well. But again, in 3 weeks, we're going to have another $27.95 that we're going to have to pay in order to have another month of that eBay store subscription. And that subscription is required for us to list these cards. Otherwise, we would be restricted to $1 or 150 cards and have to pay 30 cents per card for each listing, which the math just doesn't add up for that. So again, we're going to see how this all lays out. So far, everything seems like we're kind of on a projection to, again, my goal was to attempt to break even in 3 months on this across eBay and TCGPlayer. Again, we're kind of on that projection with this, but we're going to find out because we are going to have 2 more charges that come in here. So we're going to have essentially another almost $60. It's going to be up there. It's going to be about $55. So this could possibly drop, even if we maintain these sales, this could drop to about $5 profit by the time we hit that 3 month projection. So more to come. Stay tuned for week 3 results next week.